Hello there. Today we're going to see how the entire post export import with media plugin works, what feature it offers, and how you can utilize those features effectively. We will go through each feature individually so that whenever you use this plugin, you won't have to worry about anything or be confused about any option. This video will help you understand every aspect of the plugin. For now, today we are discussing post export import and media. First of all, this is the post export import page. Here you will find two main sections, post export and import, and the right side, media export and import. The exporting and importing sections are separated for better organizations, but they are available on the same page. This is the post export import section where you can export the post, and this is the import section where you can import the post. In the media section, you will find media statistics, media file type, media export options, and media import options. At the bottom, you will find the system test section. If you click it, you will see detailed system information, and on the right side, you will find how to use this plugin section, which provide a basic usage guidelines. Now let's see how to export any post. Before exporting post, make sure to export or import the media first if you want your post to include media files. We provide multiple options for handling media. If you don't want to export media separately, there is another option that allows the plugin to download the media directly from the source website during the import process. We will cover all of these options later. Let's start with a simple example and see how the post export and import functionality works. This is the post export section. As you can see, there is an export post button. If you click it, the process will immediately start and you will be redirected to the export progress area. There you will see the export progress and completion status. In this example, the export completed and the file size is 1024 kilobyte, which is approximately 1.24 megabyte. Now, depending on your server configuration, you may need to enable batch processing. Currently, batch processing is enabled on this system. If you visit the batch section, you will see the batch processing is enabled and configured with default settings. Based on your server capacity, you can choose a suitable server preset like micro for minimal server, light, standard, balance, or max. If you have a high performance server, you can use a standard, balance, or max mode. Now below that you will find the batch configuration option. Post batch size currently set to 10. This means 10 posts will be processed per batch. Then page batch size determine how many pages are processed in each batch. Concurrent requests actually define how many requests can be processed simultaneously. Media file batch size control how many media files are processed. Media zip file currently set 20 megabyte. This means media export will be split into multiple zip files. If the total size exceeded 20 megabyte, each zip file will contain a maximum of 20 megabyte of media file. The batch delay determines the delay between batch executions to prevent server throttling. For powerful server, you can set this between 0 to 100 milliseconds. For shared hosting or lower end server, especially when using the micro preset, you can set it between 500 to 1000 milliseconds. Export JSON file size. These settings determine how many posts will be stored in each export JSON file. For example, if you set it to 2000, then up to 2000 posts will be included in a single JSON file. If you have 200 posts and set this value to 100, then the plugin will create two JSON files, each containing 100 posts. Increasing this value will create fewer but larger file, and decreasing will create more but a smaller file. Now the export list size. These settings determine how many posts are displayed at one time when using individual export modes. By default, the value is 300. Let's say you change this value. In that case, when exporting individual posts or pages, the plugin will load items at a time. If more posts exist, you can click load next to view the next batch. Now let's look at the export by date range feature. When you select this option, you will see two fields, form and to. For example, if you select June 1, 2026 as the starting date and today's date at the ending date or whatever, the plugin will display all the posts published within that range. In this example, only 2 posts match the selected range and their dates are displayed accordingly. If you click export, only those posts will be exported. Next, let's look at exporting custom field. By default, exported JSON files do not include custom meta field. If you want to include them, enable the export custom ACF field option. Before using this feature, make sure the advanced custom field ACF plugin is installed and activated. Once activated, enabled, all ACF custom fields associated with the exported post will be included in the JSON file. Similarly, the plugin supports multilingual content through WPML and Polylang export section. Now let's move on to the importing post. The process is simple. Select the exported JSON file from your computer and upload it using the file selection field. Once selected, click the Start Import button. You have another option which is inside the More options, the Import Individual sections. Now, if I clicked it, it will show all the posts available in the JSON file. Then I can unselect it, I can select whatever I need, even I can search here and I can select that. So in this way, the selected things will be imported in my website. Now, as you can see, another option which is a smart author mapping. Now I have two options, assign post to the current admin user and automatically create the missing user. If I check this, now in the new destination side, if the post has been created by a separate author which is not present on the new side, on that time those posts will automatically assign to the admin user. If you check this, but if you select this, automatically create the missing user, then it will create those users for you on your new website and then assign those users. Now you may think, how can we set the password or how can I send the password information to that user? For that, go to the WP toolkit. You will have the settings options where you can see that user import default password. Now the default password for imported user, if you keep it blank, then auto-generated secure password will be created for each user, and if this is checked, that means whenever a user is created, that user will get a mail with their password. The password is created right now, but if you uncheck, user will not get any password. Let's say if you want to set a default password for all the user you want to create on your new site. For that, you can select any password here, it save changes, and whenever you import the post, on that time how many user is created, their password will be the set password here. In the same time, this is the allowed media file type. We'll get back to here. Now let's back to here. We already discussed these two. Now let's say if you import the post using this feature, the export WPML, then whenever you are imported in your new site, make sure to check this one, otherwise it will not import the languages file WPML Polylang. So you need to check this, and whenever you import the post, it will automatically set those language posts for you. Now let's back to the check media library for post images. These should be keep check always. It's because if your website media contain the images, the post you are importing, it will automatically link that post and images. But if you don't have any media in your media directory, then keep it unchecked. Now let's say you don't export the media you want to directly download, on that time uncheck this, because your new site doesn't have any media. So why you are going to check this? Simply check this one. It will work on live site to live site data transfer. That means whenever you are imported a new post on your new website, if you check this, on that time, when the new post is imported, it will send request to the source site for that images, and it will automatically download, upload in your media, and link to the imported post. So this is a work like a magic. You don't need to export the media, import the media, and check media library for post images. This single thing can do everything, but this will reduce the time. It will take more time, unless if you have and speed or emergency, you can directly use this one. Okay, now let's back to this one. Let's say you have export the media, then import it here in your new website. Simply uncheck this. Why? Because you already have the images in your media. Why you want your server to search for those images? So just simply check this one. What will do, it will keep searching the media for that post and link together, and the post will be imported nicely, the post will be shown correctly. But let's say you have confusion, if the post is not available in your media, on that time you want to search on your new website, new live site, source live site, on that time keep check both, so that what will happen, if the post already in your media, it will link that one. Otherwise, if it's missing, not found in the media, it will directly download from the source site and download in your media and link to the post. So this is how the post export and import will work. Now let's back to the import statistics. As you can see, this is the media statistics. It shows unique file, total file, largest file, and available file. If you have any inconsistency, you will see some error information here. If you click it, it will give you an option to fix those path informations. Now let's back here. You have two options: export by date range, export by media. If you check it, and if you select, let's say deselect all and select these two. Now if you export media, only these two posts is connected to the media will be only exported. Now if you click this export by date range, whatever the date range you selected, only those exported media will be exported. So this is how the media export is working. And on the other hand, the import media, simply just select the zip file. If you have multiple zip files, select all and start the import. It will start importing all the media in your new site. This is the delete feature. If you click it, it will delete all the media, and this is the delete post. It will delete all the posts on your website. So this is how the post export, import, and media export import is work. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.